Keegan Brown. Von Keegan Brown steht so gut in der Weltrangliste da wie nie zuvor in seiner Karriere. Er ist die aktuelle 31 der Welt. Der World Masters Champion von 2017 steht bei 4 Turniersiegen auf dem PDC-Circuit. 2 davon in diesem Jahr 2019. The Polish Eagle, Christoph Ratajski.
To jest ta chwila, głęboki wdech, powodzenie już przemija. Party lęk, że potrafisz wygrywać. Dawaj do przodu, wyciągnij dłonie i to zdobywaj. Nieprawdą jest to, że mówili nie dasz rady. Nieprawdą jest to, że nie możesz zostać wygranym, ta. Nieprawdą jest mówienie marzeń, nie osiągniemy. Bo to jest w twojej głowie, to od ciebie zależy. Potrafisz wierzyć, potrafię, więc dalej walczę. Założysz, że każdy powinien mieć szansę. A kiedy upadniesz, pamiętaj, razem wstaniemy. Jeśli nie tym razem, to popatrzysz się na
dritte Match bedeutet, wir haben unseren zweiten Corner auf der Bühne. Ihn kennt ihr aus vielen, vielen Fernsehübertragungen. Herzlich willkommen, George Noble.
Elmar Polka brings in George Noble for games 3 and 4. We're 10 games into Saturday's play here in Mannheim at the Maimarshalle. And all of the seeds have won. So no pressure, Christoph. And you could say that he is one of the guys who may be at risk. He's in great form, Christoph Ratajski, there's no doubt about that. But the thing is, Keegan Brown is playing so comfortably on the European stage at the moment. And this is Ratajski's first bout as a seed. So he's had no warm-up games leading to this point on Saturday night. So that says to me that maybe Keegan Brown is the right side of the odds here. However, Ratajski doesn't really think about the game too much. Gets on with things. He is silently deadly, constantly winning, and always a threat. And maybe he is one of the next people who we're talking about maybe lifting one of these titles, Chris Murphy.
Yeah, certainly think there's a strong case to be made for Christoph Ratajski doing exactly that. He's a winning machine.
First leg, Christoph to throw first. Game on.
Has already picked up 5 PDC Pro Tour titles. All of those in floor events. And considering this is the first year that he's actually
60.
had professional status in terms of holding a tour card, that is quite an incredible haul.
This isn't a bad haul either.
See what he did there.
98.
Keegan Brown certainly is one of the form horses in 2019, certainly on the Euro Tour. Just ask Michael van Gerwen, who he's beaten twice. But no player, as you alluded to in your intro, has managed to win 2 matches in Mannheim this weekend yet.
96.
I'm trying to figure out whether Keegan Brown's using a new set of barrels this weekend. I just cannot seem to figure it out. And I don't want to be rude and go and ask him, but I think he's been using the same set for quite a few years. He might have just given them a really good clean. And you might think that's a bit ludicrous, but there's a lot of dart players out there who spend time on brushing their darts clean and sticking them in, you know, those little contraptions, the jewellery cleaners. They used to do that as well. I know Van Gerwen, over the course of the last decade, has cleaned his darts many, many times and repointed them. No need to do that for Ratajski, who uses the same set over and over again, doesn't it change? That's a really good setup to leave himself on a 2-darter in leg 1.
Well, he's had a 180 and a 177 in the opening leg.
61.
It's not a bad miss, actually, because now he can pick his double, the one that he likes, which is usually double 16. Oh, very good indeed. One of those victories that you alluded to, Murph. Wasn't that long ago. It was on a Saturday. Yes, again, it's Saturday. But it was on the floor, and it was in Germany.
180.
So you got to see he's in pretty good touch. Wasn't that long ago. What do you think, Murph,
83.
he has done for Polish darts in the last 3 years? Because not only has he picked up a second tier title in the Challenge
100.
Tour, but Pro Tour titles here and a World Masters. Are we yet to see what he's really done for that country when it comes to steel tip darts?
I think so, yes. And as the European Tour expands, who knows if it will reach Poland at some point. And you've also got to look at the players that are following. It's happened in Germany, hasn't it? There's a plethora of
81.
decent darts players coming through now. Gabriel Clemens, who we've just seen, is now the German #2. But we've had Titus Kanik on the Pro Tour. We've had Christoph Kachuk in this tournament.
Don't forget about Sebastian Steyer as well, who's a very handy player.
140.
I think we are starting to see fruit from the Christoph Ratajski tree.
Yes, he's the kind of man that's spearheading the
98.
charge of Polish players, and who knows, but he's leaving a legacy, isn't he?
Oh, he's starting one. Who's to say he can't go on and win more, because he looks fresh-faced, he looks sharp, he looks focused.
38.
Who's to say he can't go on and maybe win Players' Championship finals, maybe? Who's to say he can't go and win the Grand Slam?
Keegan Brown looking at 104. This has been his ace section of his game on the Euro Tour. The finish, the combination finishing,
88.
hasn't had to take that out. But when you think back to that incredible win against Michael van Gerwen earlier in the season, didn't miss a single dart double in that match.
That doesn't happen very often in your career. Even when you talk about someone like Simon Whitlock, who Keegan beat in the last round.
16.
Don't think there's many games where Simon didn't miss a double in a match. Wants to polish this one off and does so. He doesn't want to let Ratajski in on things like 99, because you know what he's going to do. He's going to hit that 57, he's going to hit the single 10, and he's going to get a shot at his favourite double 16.
Keegan Brown has
140.
met Christoph Ratajski on a couple of occasions and has lost each of those meetings against Poland's premier player.
96.
The UK Open in 2018 and at a floor event in Wigan at the start of this season.
100.
I wasn't sure how Ratajski was going to warm to the circuit, but it seems to me like he doesn't really get flustered by anything. He tends to just go to a venue, do his own thing, and I'm guessing here because I haven't actually been in many of the same arenas as Christoph on floor events, because like you say, he's only just turned professional very recently, and Keegan seems like he's been around forever. He's not even 30.
60.
Yeah, I think we are witnessing the second coming of Keegan Brown at the moment, but more on that as the match and perhaps even the tournament progresses. Might look at the ball.
59.
Interesting that he didn't do that. I think that might have been the prudent play, but Keegan needs 2 trebles to get to a finish. Does get 2 trebles.
140.
Just for the outside chance.
102.
Maybe he's left 102 because he wants to have a shot at double 16 after the ball. Or he'd do the prudent thing, lead tops.
82.
Well, he could have
47.
left himself a 2-darter had he gone for the bullseye in the previous shots. But Brown is nowhere near taking out 147.
45.
So the Polish Eagle will look to swoop and land double 10.
I see what you did there. He gets there. 2 rangefinders and 1 plumb in the middle of double 10. Hits him back in front. And it's not often you see someone having their first game as a seed so high as 9. I think it's because he's been teetering just on the outside and then Around that cut-off point, he goes and wins another tournament. So, wham, bam, Christoph's in.
Yeah, just for explanation, the seedings are done in line with the Pro Tour order of merit, so events on the floor and on the European Tour stage count towards it.
140.
I think Keegan might have been expecting to hear the call of 180 from our referee George Noble there.
Is that one of those semi-blind ones where you actually can see it, but you pretend that you didn't?
125.
It's a bit like an Aaron Rodgers long pass from Thursday night in the NFL, where he looked to the left and passed it down the middle. We start introducing trick shots into European Tour games, I think.
Well, you're the king of trick shots, aren't you, Paul? I did witness some shenanigans on social media when you were in Canada.
Let's face facts, Murph. I learnt those things from other people. I didn't invent the hitting it through the paper shot. I didn't invent the chair shot, anything like that. I learned it from other people. I'm just happen to be doing it right now.
Well, listen, David Beckham didn't invent the free kick, Paul, but he certainly counted when he put him in the top corner. Give yourself some credit, man.
All right. I'll give myself a little bit of credit. Especially as the one you saw on social media was the second take.
I mean, there were one or two people saying you should start taking a ladder onto the stage.
Well, there was a ladder on stage on Friday and I didn't use it. Tops for Keegan. It's good. And this game is just starting to warm up a little bit. And yesterday, when Keegan was playing Simon Whitlock, there was a cameraman stage left, which had to be told very sternly by our friend the puppy to leave the vicinity. Don't mess with George.
I think he's telling him without telling him there, George Noble. Having a little look.
You were going to tell us all about Keegan and the second coming, and I know what you're going to say, but I'd like you to explain it because you're so eloquent.
Well, wait, when Keegan won the World Youth Championship, going back over half a decade now, he also won a Pro Tour title at that time. He kind of was the boy with the world at his feet in many people's eyes. Had that brilliant run to the Grand Slam quarter-finals, beating Barney, winning Dave Chisnell close when he got to the last date, but then he suffered a slump, and a couple of years ago his tour card was even in threat. But big performances at the World Championship in each of the last 2 years have helped him hurl himself back up the order of merit, and particularly those wins on the Euro Tour against Michael van Gerwen this year. I think that Keegan Brown could be about to embark on his best achievements, and I'm not talking in 5-10 years time, I'm talking in 12 to 18 months time.
Yeah, why not? May have to shift across the hockey for this one. Too much of a blocker.
There was the audacious option of bull there, wasn't there?
There was. But he ain't no Michael Smith and he ain't no Michael van Gerwen, who we'll see in this game.
What, both of them?
Both of them.
Surely not.
Surely 3-2 Ratajski. Classy 2 dart out.
Well, George Noble is off to have another polite word.
It's deja vu. The paparazzi can't get enough of Keegan and George.
Well, just a brief delay in play as our match official shows us another side to the job of being a darts referee. It's not just about shouting out numbers.
Got to be the sheriff up there. You've got to look after
60.
The well-being of two players. You've got to keep them in line. You've got to look after two chokers. You've got to make sure there's no foul throwing. So much to go on that stage. You've got to take care of the audience sometimes too. I think sometimes the referees don't get enough credit. Do a great job.
Well, you almost have to have eyes in the back of your head. To be a master caller.
Yeah, one of our backstage staff, Jacques Muller, he's our spotter and general guru. Fabulous MC as well, and caller. Does everything. Everything well, in 2 languages.
82.
Makes you sick how good he is.
Are you after a Diet Coke at the bar or something this evening, Paul?
Yeah, you were saying about Keegan. I agree with you, Murph. I really
60.
do. Because I have seen a difference in maturity throughout the course of this European Tour season, there have been times where he's been embroiled in contests and the audience and the other player has got the better of him. He has learnt so quickly from that, and the performances since then have been off the scale mature.
Could be a key exchange coming up here.
41.
And Ratajski has just handed the initiative to Keegan Brown.
How big is that deflection going to be?
Dodgy finish, isn't it?
Good switching from Keegan.
87.
Now Ratajski was on 164. He was trying to hit a ton, it deflected into the 1, and it's given him a really hard out here. But it's still possible. Bullseye.
98. Keegan, you require 74.
This is the kind of thing he's been taken out in the last few months, and sharply. It's a must for double 16. There we go. Pure confidence got him over the line there. He has equalised with Ratajski, who is still at risk of being the first seed to go home early with no ranking points on this Saturday.
Well, it's not going to go quietly. And if it does go his way, then we're going to be entering into record-breaking territory, aren't we? We'll have to scour through the database to see
56.
What the highest number of seeds through to the final day is, but I'm certain we've never had a clean sweep before.
Not in my tenure on the European Tour, which is just over 3 years. I've never seen it. I did like the look of this game when I looked at the fixture sheet today. And it is delivering a quality contest. Now, Keegan is around about the 90 average. Ratajski, 5 more than that. But the impressive thing about Ratajski right now is his second dart is 38. That's very good indeed. And is Keegan about to turn up the heat a little bit? He needed that 180 to get to a finish.
Yeah, well timed. But Ratajski here needs the ball for 127 in game.
102.
Well, this 1-3-1 is so much more difficult. He can't afford that miss that Ratajski was allowed on 1-2-7.
Well, I think the photographer has just returned, and he's not the only one ready to snap.
I think that photographer has just been given strike 2. And he's been given the stare.
Treble 17. Double top. Would have left him another go at the same target.
Did he just give double top the sympathetic head tilt? I'm sympathetic in this game, Keegan. Double 8. It's a big shot. Oh, it's up for it as well. And not normally do you see Ratajski give it the old armchair celebration mid-match, but that was big.
7 consecutive holds of throw.
77.
The seeded player remains in control, but only just. Now can he really take control?
Perfect lie.
140.
Just came out of the hand a bit too late, that one.
A bit of a jerky action, the last one, compared to the first 2 darts plonked in the treble 20 bed.
48.
Do the guys in this game realise that if they win this match, they've got a really good chance of getting through tomorrow? Now, Adrian Lewis showed some good signs today, but he still only averaged 83. Now, these guys are having that for breakfast right now. They're both over 93. Encouraging
58.
first 9 for Ratajski. We still be looking to add about 5 or 6. They always want to be around the 110 mark to 115. They want to be leaving 161 after 9 darts or better. That's what they aim for.
36.
Well, Ratajski's left better. And crucially, against the darts.
140. So we've got 125.
And 6 darts from 125 for it. Set it up as he wishes. We go to 16s now and leave the favourite.
93.
That's an impressive dart, because if he misses the treble there, makes things just a little bit more sticky for himself. 162 coming in.
112.
It's Keegan's turn to get a deflection.
Christoph, you require 32.
They just put some pressure on this. But Christoph Ratajski is often unflappable. Double 8. Keegan gave himself the chance. Now can he take the chance that he's carved out?
So many options on 66. Treble 10, the traditional route. Another one of them. All that. Double 16. Oh, huge clutch. That's the way you do it. He's trying to get the crowd on side, but that was an important shot. Keeps him in the game.
Very, very impressive stuff from Keegan Brown, because so often when you see a player slip into the 15 in that situation, they just chuck another one in there and then they'd have a double that is not their favoured target. Keegan Brown didn't have to think, didn't have to stop and work things out.
Yeah, perfectly put, Murph, because if I was in that situation, I've already got a dart in the 15, I would just hit the same shot, go north to double 18. But he realised that under pressure, he'd rather have a shot at double 16. The shot that Ratajski usually leaves. There's Kachuk, sticking around to support his buddy, his former World Cup captain. This one's boiling up.
He was Kachuked out by Dirk van Dijvenbode yesterday. DVD then lost to Adrian Lewis.
59.
I'm sad that I'm not going to see another Dirk van Dijvenbode walk on this weekend. They were fun.
Well, we did have the potential, the way the draw was done, for the Poles to play each other.
100.
However, it will be Lewis against the winner of this, and then potentially another meeting for Keegan Brown against Michael van Gerwen. But lots to happen before we talk about that.
90.
Because Ratajski has set up the shot and is likely to put himself on the precipice of the place in the final day.
That's what we said last time. Missed 3 at the double. Invited Keegan in. He's left himself handy on a 2-darter just in case.
Well, we've been here before, Christoph. We've been here before.
16. Keegan, you require
Keegan Brown
100.
takes this out, make no mistake, he will turn around and make sure the Polish Eagle knows what he's done. 2 at the top. A bit tentative.
Yeah, twice he's done that, and twice
60.
he's dipped low underneath the double.
16. Well,
Ratajski gets the job done, but still needs a leg to win the war.
Still fighting.
140.
What Keegan would give right now for 3 of those in this leg to leave him 81. We know the quality that Ratajski has with that slightly unorthodox action,
100.
that very pushy action.
It's a slightly unorthodox stance as well from Ratajski, leaning over to one side, isn't he? Not leaning forward, actually leaning sideways.
Yeah, we've talked on a few
58.
occasions this weekend about the unorthodox being what people maybe copy, and they can't copy what's in between the ears. You know, Matt Padgett, you know, trying to mirror Phil Taylor being the left-handed Taylor, but he ain't no Phil Taylor.
Keegan Brown is it's a very simple action, isn't it? And very effective. He's going to leave a finish, or he should have left a finish,
21.
but he's missed the big number.
Is that going to cost him?
Well, one treble would get his opponent down to a checkout.
94.
Yeah, good lead from Ratajski. He's put himself in the Karsten Koch position of leaving 174 the match. And it's all down to Christoph Ratajski. It's in his hands. 3 perfect darts, and the match is yours.
Would be somewhere to win it. Not going to happen. Keegan Brown
96. Keegan, you
to
require
force a last leg shootout.
How many times has he been in this position in this match? When he has 1 dart to save himself.
62.
Every time he's been at tops in this match, it's come up shy, and Ratajski waiting to strike.
Well, he's missed plenty of darts at the double 16 section in the last few legs. Doesn't have to go there now. He wants to try and land one on top of that.
54.
But slightly higher than that.
Keegan, you require 20.
Sometimes for extra drama you need missed match darts. One
Keegan
missed
Brown.
match dart,
11
5
from
each.
final
This
leg,
was
Christoph
always
to
going to be
Rovers.
close.
Game on.
This has been a high quality contest, mid-90s averages.
140.
Well, we were saying it's often that you see all the seeds win the match. It's not often you see a game of darts over the best of 11 legs or more where you just see holes of throw all the way throughout. Well, that could happen here.
Yeah, very rare.
There are two players who, this year in particular,
140.
don't look like feeling the pressure at any point, don't look like crumbling. Yes, Ratajski's missed the opportunity in this match. It was just one dart at the end of a combination to win it.
Well, Keegan's playing with a bit of freedom right now because he's definitely in the Euros, he's definitely in the Worlds. He's kicking on. He's not looking back, he's constantly looking forward. But he is now waiting for a mistake from Ratajski. He does need one.
94.
He needs to put in a huge visit here.
Yeah, only really a maximum could have hurt him. 2 trebles required to leave a check out.
96.
You can see on his face that wasn't enough. 127 and 6 darts for it. But there have been misses in this game from Ratajski. He's not going to go for it. He's going to leave that corner again, and there have been misses there. So maybe there's a little bit of hope for Keegan, or is it redemption for the Pole?
Twice in the match he's left 32 with 3 darts in hand and given Keegan Brown another turn. If he does it here, Brown is liable to snatch the match. But Ratajski does get the job done, and you can see what it meant to him. A brilliant battle between Brown and Ratajski, but once again it is a seeded player who prevails. We haven't lost a single one in 11 matches on the second day of action here at the European Darts Matchplay. Could we lose the next one, the number one? Michael van Gerwen going up against Michael Smith in a repeat of the World Championship finals. Do not miss that.
Ratajski im Duell mit Keegan Brown. 6-5 Erfolg ohne ein einziges Break. Christoph, congratulations. I just said it's a 6-5 win without a single break. You always won the leg when you had to throw.
Yeah, it was a really hard match. Who starts, if he win, and it is really hard to break the opponent.
You are the number 31 in the world in the meantime. Is the next step getting in the top 20, or what's the next goal?
Top 20 or top 16 even. I believe I can do this.
Yeah. Adrian Lewis is waiting tomorrow. Interesting match?
Yeah, it's also very, very hard match like today. We see what will be tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Christoph Ratajski. Er sagt nächstes Ziel.